So salt pollution in the environment, primarily in our area, comes from road salt. Road salt is the primary constituent that municipalities and sometimes residents use to prevent salt accumulation on roads, walkways, things like that. And what that does when that gets into our environment is it impacts life. Everybody needs a certain salt balance in their biology and their makeup to metabolize and function. But when it gets out of whack, it just creates problems for life, be it plants, fish, animals, or us.
Salt pollution in our water is a major concern. It harms fish habitats, the aquatic life, and just generally for an area where we have so much of a reliance on tourism, we want our waterways to be pristine for recreation, for drinking water, and agriculture and the rest of the economic drivers that rely on our fresh water. The issue that we're dealing with here is advocating to the province for a pretty sensible pro-business policy change, which would be to have a limited liability framework. So if you're a owner of a small business or even a large business, a GO train station even, you don't have to oversalt because you're afraid of being sued for a slip and fall. If you follow best practices and you're acting reasonably, that should be a defense against slip and falls and litigation. Doing that in New Hampshire actually reduced salt use on parking lots by 40%, and if we did the same thing in Ontario, it would be a meaningful way to reduce salt pollution into our waterways.
So we're advocating that in parallel or as part of the global thinking of how we build responsibly and sustainably, we need to also consider what happens with our winter road maintenance. The environmental impacts of it can be significant. It can completely alter the flora and fauna in our creeks and river systems as well as on our lands. It has impacts to drinking water issues. It has potential impacts to our agricultural sector here, which is, as I mentioned, a very large portion of our watershed. But we are an area that has a lot of growth happening and a lot of growth planned.
So we are not a problem watershed. But what we do notice is if you plot our chloride on a graph over time, over the last 30, 50 years, it's going up. Everywhere in the watershed, it's going up. It's not going up climbing a cliff straight up, it's going up gradually. But over the next decade or two, we might be starting to get into those problem territories.
Cope Service Dogs actually turns 25 years old this year. We are a multifaceted program. We have a service aspect, and then we have our facility dog aspect. So that's where our service dogs that want to help more than one person, they will go to a facility that helps with either hospice, palliative care, courtrooms, that sort of thing. Whereas our service dogs go to help one life partner. If our dogs don't want to do facility or service, they actually join the CIC program. So that's called our Canines in the Classroom. Our Canines in the Classroom program is an opportunity for students that need a little bit more support. They help teach our puppies the beginning portion of our training curriculum. So it's a great opportunity for students to teach our babies, and then also for our experienced dogs to help teach some students. Having a service dog is definitely an amazing resource for people with disabilities and different limitations, because it actually provides the freedom, and as our motto would say, unleashing potential for them to experience life. Even if they're alone, they're not fully alone because they have their working dog with them. From birth to placement, our service dogs cost about $35,000, and all of that comes from donations. Our main way that we would gather funds is from fundraising, going out to events. We do demonstrations. We've done demonstrations from schools to kids camps to retirement homes. All of these little networking opportunities to just explain who we are and what COPE does offers another opportunity for a potential sponsor or donation. So what we would need from the community to help continue this on is active support, active volunteering. Without opportunities like this, people may not know about it.
The Care Gala for Hospice, it's an amazing, elegant evening hosted at Blue Mountain. Our platinum sponsor is Blue Mountain. And it's a night for about 300 people, and we have a dinner, dancing. We share some impact of our programs and services at Hospice Georgian Traingle, and of course, raise some money. People don't realize that hospice provides care. Hospice Georgian Traingle provides care at Campbell House, which is a 10-suite facility in Collingwood, providing end-of-life care. So people who come to Campbell House are usually there in between, 10 days. That's sort of the length of time that they spend at the end of their life at Campbell House. The type of care that they receive there is compassionate, it's dignified. It's, it's a holistic with the entire family, which means, we also provide supports for the family, such as grief and bereavement counseling, caregiver support. And so all of those things are a part of what we do. We have a pain and symptom management clinic, and we also provide respite care, which means that people who are palliative can come stay at Campbell House for up to 2 weeks to give their caregiver some relief. So all the funds raised at this signature event at the Care Gala support all of those programs and services. We also have something that's new to our programming right now. We have something called the Living Wish program, where we provide wishes for palliative patients at the end of their life. And they're usually pretty modest asks. And that's now part of our offerings to just make the ease of end of life a little more. So you can easily go on to hospicegeorgiantraingle.com. There's a link there to buy tickets to the Care Gala. It's going to be a fantastic night. We've got some fabulous entertainment, amazing food, and everybody's going to be dressed up and having fun for hospice. So go to the website. You can learn more about all the timing and all the information that you need.
So the No Hot Pets campaign is an awareness campaign with the Ontario SPCA and Humane Society. It's a campaign that we're running to help keep animals safe this summer. So you can go on nohotpets.ca to learn more and take the pledge to keep animals safe and out of the heat this summer. As a lot of people do think that they can leave their animals in the car for a very quick moment to run in the store. Sometimes the store visit can be longer than you anticipate with longer lines. You realize you need more than you thought, or if there's ever a medical emergency. So we really ask to please not leave your animals in the vehicle. We are asking if you can share the message on social media to get the word out. We are also asking to reach out to other businesses that you may think would be pet friendly, and that way we can work together with them to promote that as well. And then lastly, to reach out to your local municipalities and ask them to enact a bylaw so that animals cannot be left unattended in the vehicle. I've been partnering with local businesses that allow pets to come into their business or onto their patios, because the temperatures can rise quite quickly in the car and it becomes really dangerous for your animal very fast. So unfortunately, we have already seen a number of dogs left in the vehicles unattended. If you do see a dog that is left unattended, please take down the license plate information of the car and try and find the owner in the store. If you can't find the owner, you can call the Provincial Animal Welfare Services, and their number is 1-833-9-ANIMAL. If it is immediate danger or life-threatening, you can call 911. So to help keep your animals cool during these higher temperatures, you can take your dog for a walk earlier in the morning or later in the evening if your schedule allows for that. If you do have to walk them during the day, it's best just to do shorter routes and maybe more frequent. Also keep in mind that the pavement can be quite hot, as well as the sidewalks, and that can burn their paws. So other ways to keep your animals cool as well, besides the walks, especially if it is just way too hot, you can take them into the kiddie pools. You can do some frozen treats. We have lots of great recipes on our website. You can then also do some different dog enrichment puzzles to keep them entertained throughout the day as well.
Good boy.